What's up, everyone? FPS Shooter here. Today's review and news today is this fictional or creature everybody's talking about these days is the Dogman. For me, I don't know. I don't care if you guys believe it. I don't care if you guys don't believe it, or you're judging others just because you don't believe it. But to tell y'all the truth, I believe in those kind of creatures. I believe in Bigfoot. I believe in the Dogman. I believe in werewolves. Because people, like millions of people, report it. And these days, people just don't want to believe it. Because, okay, it doesn't show up in the news, it doesn't show the report. The only way you can believe this, if you hear it from other people, which are just going to judge them really quickly and not give them a chance to explain. Like for me, I believe in the this creature called the Dogman. And it's been sighted so everywhere in the United States, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Texas, Louisiana, everywhere. The only it doesn't show up that much is on the cities like New York, California, and I don't know about the other ones, but that's the only places it doesn't show up because the people who live in those kind of cities, they're just city folk. They just believe in these days in technology. Not like the country folk, which we go hunting, like us, fishing, or just hang out, love the wilderness. But for us, we believe in those kind of stuff. But you need to see it for yourselves, which need proof, not technology, because there's a lot of bullshit and a lot of truth. And people are just like, okay, we need to figure out which this is real or which is bullshit. But for me, I'm a believer of those watchdogs, not watchdogs, the Dogman and the werewolf and Bigfoot sightings. But yet to understand people, some is real, some people just create it in their Photoshop shit. The other ones are real completely. But you have to understand, it's dangerous. It really is dangerous because I've been reading and doing a lot of reports saying there's been a lot of accidents and a lot of deaths because of these creatures. I don't know about the Bigfoot, but there's been a lot of reports saying that the Dogman and werewolf has been attacking people since the 1940s, 1950s, and 1960s. All the way to the 20th century and 21st century. And there's also been werewolf and dogman sightings since the 1600s to the 1700s and 1800s all the way to the 1900s. And there's been a lot of proof. But the only people who don't wish you to believe all in that stupid stuff is the government. Some say because of the dogman and werewolf sightings is because of the government, which they probably did experiments on animals who created probably for mutation or for super soldiers. But rumor says, there's two rumors, they probably escaped the facility and went into the woods. And sorry about that. And they're starting to attack humans. Or the second review is that the government are using these experiments. They let them go inside the woods and are watching them as a tracker, locating tracker, to see if how their progress is. Like, how do people react? How do people, like, think about these creatures? Like, just to see what's going on. But when there is an attack, the government does like a fake story. It's like must have been an unknown animal, or it's been a bear attack, it's been a cougar attack, or just plain wild dogs. I call bullshit. Bullshit on that. Because people out there who know what happened, the government is keeping it a secret, not to let you know what's really going on. And there's been a lot of people who are being questioned. Don't tell anyone about this, but they're not afraid to tell you what really happened. Because the government think they're in control of your lives. They're slaves. But to tell you the truth, people, we're not slaves. We're humans, and we'll fight for our freedoms. Some people will fight back. Some people will attack these creatures. Some either say these dogmans and werewolf sightings are all because of the Native American cultures, like how settlers back then took their land by force and killed some of the Indian tribes, like elders, children, raped the women, all kinds of that like that. And it's said that God himself, well, not God, our God, of course, but they believe that their medicine man or whoever, like spiritual creator of the Indian tribes, put a curse on the land, and now these werewolves or dogmen are there to protect the land and avenge their people or creators. Because back then in the 1960s, a lot of the tribes of Indians were at war with each other. Rumor has it, in the very beginning of time, the Indians will go to war. Will go to war with each other, with different tribes. Each one had a different culture. Each tribe believed in their own beliefs. I respect that. But the only thing I didn't respect is their wars. Some were supernatural, some were medical, some of them they believe in warfare, some believe in peaceful. Like the tribes who believe in warfare, they use their wills of strength. The others use their beliefs in magic, like summoning creatures, or just like windwalkers, or what's it called? What was it called? Well, I don't want to say the word. It's demonic, so I'm not gonna say it. The other is like walkers, but it's actually they turn into an animal. If you guys remember the name, please tell me in the comments. Others are able to turn into an animal, like werewolves, bears, wolves, cougars, anything they want to control the battlefield. But who knows which one is true? All I know, I think the dogmans and the werewolves have their own territory, just like the Indian cultures had, and they just want to take it back. Or other beliefs is that it was the government experiment, and they are testing those kind of experiments as us, and we're the guinea pigs. If they are, that's just complete murder, and we need to fight back. But I don't know, guys. I don't know which one's real. But all I know, we need to fight back. We need to take back control. I heard in Louisiana, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, all the way to the United States, Canada, Europe, there are werewolf and dogman tribes all around here. If y'all have an encounter, don't be afraid to tell me, because I will believe you. I will believe those who have a dogman encounter, because I believe in those kind of creatures. It doesn't matter if you're not a believer, because sooner or later you will believe, and you'll probably end up alive telling the truth, and you will have the scar, whatever you need to do, have to prove it. and you understand the pain these people went through and the pain they suffered because of these creatures destroying their lives and their lives. Some of us, like people who've seen these creatures, they lost loved ones, and the government or whoever is doing this, or these creatures may be very intelligent to erase their like involvement and other things like that, to let them know they were there. But yeah, if you guys agree with me, please like this video, and please don't dislike it. If you're a believer in these kind of creatures, like supernatural, phantoms, ghosts, witches, unicorns, or legendary creatures from the past like Greek mythology, or anything like dogmans, werewolves, anything, please tell me, and I will be able to try to talk to you, and I will see if we can help each other. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you guys believe in these creatures. Thank you. Take care.